In this next section about effects and some other presets we can go through and look at, I have focused mainly on transitions in this one. In fact, this is all this is about is transitions, but it is other effect controls to achieve these transitions. So what we're going to do is I've created this. This is actually an effect that I've got for Particle World, and if I go through and play this real quick, you can see that I've just got some polygons and they're just kind of going all over the screen. So what I want to do is I want to transition into this effect from this ski layer that I have of her just going through and skiing. So what can we do here? Well, what I want to start with is to show you the effect that we're going to be focusing on this, which is called the glass wipe. So if I just type in glass and then drag this glass wipe transition onto this layer, which we actually want to drag it onto the ski layer, we're going to be presented with a few options. So I've got completion, layer to reveal, gradient layer, softness, and displacement amount. Well, the only thing I need to worry about here is the completion and then the layer to reveal. So when I play this back, we're going to notice that it's still the same layer and that nothing has happened. Well, if I go to about right here in the clip and I go to completion, I can drag this forward and you can see that the effect is going onto the layer. So let's go ahead and put a keyframe here. I'm going to move back to about, let's go to about 1 second, and I'm going to take it to completion and go all the way down to 0. So as I play this back, you can see that this is the effect that we're looking for. And let me go down a little bit and we'll move it out just a little bit so you can see the actual effect itself. So as I play it back, you can see it just kind of has this strange little look. It looks like a wipe going up the screen. So where it really gets neat is when we go in, we add this other layer in. So I want to change layer to reveal to the layer, this particle world layer. So I'm going to enable that and I'm going to click particle world. So now if I disable this, you can see that this is the effect I have. Okay, and if I enable this now and I go back, it's going to transition from that wipe into the particle world effect. But we notice that I've still got this layer and it's playing the whole time, so we don't want to change that. We want to keep the effect, but we want to make sure that these don't start showing until the effect happens. So about 75% of the way through here, I want to move this layer, this particle world layer, forward in time so that it doesn't actually start till about right here. So now as I'm going through here, the effect's going to start transitioning into the white background layer, and then the particles are going to fade in and come through. Now to make this even more visual, I'm going to play it back for you so you can see. So it's transitioning into the particles. And then I can even take my transition or my transparency for this top particle layer. If I hit T, and I'm going to change the opacity here to 0, put a keyframe, and then I'll go here to this keyframe by K, and then put this on 100%. So that's going to allow it to not only fade with the effect, but it's also going to fade the layer in so that they don't just appear all at once. So let's see what this looks like. So that's a pretty solid fade. Now we could even go through here and use F9 for our easy ease on those and watch it play back there. So it transitions right into that. Now that's really easy just to go and you just want to make sure that you change your layer to reveal to a different one. Without that other layer, you don't get as much of a transition, and that's one thing that you can use to add a little bit of spice to your videos, is to just go through these transitions. So in the next video, we'll be going over another transition, and I'll look forward to seeing you then.